Hello, myself Tara. Today I'm teaching the projectile motion. So, projectile. Projectile is an object which is thrown up to the air and then allowed to move under the effect of gravity only is called a projectile. Other than gravity, no forces are allowed. Even air resistance is not allowed. Basically, we have two types of projectile, angular projectile or horizontal projectile. Today I will teach angular projectile. So, angular projectile. As shown in figure, let us consider we throw a projectile with some initial velocity u such that it makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Since velocity is a vector quantity, therefore it resolved into two components, ux and uy. H is the maximum vertical distance covered by the projectile called maximum height, and r is the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile called range of the projectile. So we will study the projectile motion in x and y direction separately. First, motion in horizontal direction. Motion in horizontal direction. So, since we know the first kinematical equation, S is equals to ut plus half at square. In horizontal direction, S is equals to x and u is equals to u cos of theta into t. Plus, since in horizontal direction acceleration due to gravity is 0, therefore the second term is 0, which implies t is equals to x over u cos of theta. Let me take this as an equation 1. Now, motion in vertical direction. So we use the same equation, but here s is equals to y and u y t plus half a t square. Here now acceleration due to gravity at vertical direction, if we take upward direction, then a is equals to minus g. That means in upward a is equals to minus g and a equals to plus g in downward direction. Therefore y is equals to uy u sine theta. Instead of t, we can use this x over u cos of theta plus half a minus g into t square. That means x square u square cos square theta, or by simplifying this we get x tangent theta minus g over 2 u square cos square theta into x square. Since sine theta or cos theta tan theta, now here we getting the highest power x square. That means the path followed by a projectile is parabolic in nature. So, this is the trajectory of the projectile. Now we will find the expression for the maximum height of the projectile. The maximum vertical distance covered by the projectile is called maximum height. So, maximum height. So, as we know, this is the maximum height. Since we know v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Here, final velocity of the projectile v, because when the projectile reach here at maximum height, it has maximum potential energy and its kinetic energy will be 0. Therefore, its final velocity will be 0. So v equals to 0, and we are talking about vertical distance. So here we take vertical velocity. u sine theta square, and 2 in upward direction, a is equals to minus g and s is equals to h. Maximum height is denoted by h. So minus u square sine square theta is equals to minus 2g h, or by simplifying this we get h is equals to u square sine square theta over 2g. This is the expression for the maximum height of the projectile. Now the next is time of flight. Time of flight. The total time for which a projectile remains in air is called its time of flight. Here we also use this kinematical equation. So since we again know S is equals to ut plus half at square. If I make this diagram, draw this diagram again, then this is, so if we, now the net vertical distance covered by the projectile is 0. Therefore, S is equals to 0 here. We are taking vertical motion. So I will write here u sine theta into t plus half, and a is equals to minus g into t square. Now u sine theta t minus is equals to half g t square. So one t is cancelled out by this, and this minus is cancelled out by this. So t is equals to 2u sine theta over g. This is the expression for the time of flight. The time in which the projectile move upward, that means up to here, it is called time of ascent, and this time when it come back, it is called time of descent. The last expression that I'm deriving is horizontal range of the projectile. So horizontal range. Horizontal range is the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. That means like this. This. That means if I throw, this is range, this is range. So the maximum distance covered by the projectile is called range. We know distance is equals to speed, velocity into time. Or, but here distance is equals to r, and we are taking horizontal velocity. Therefore, u cos of theta into t. We already derived the expression for t. We directly put it here. So r is equals to u cos theta into t to u sine theta over g. Or we can write r is equals to u square 2 sine theta cos theta over g, or u square is equals to u square into sine 2 theta, because 2 sine theta cos theta is equals to sine 2 theta. This is the array or denominator. Yes, g. This is the range of the projectile.